Hello, my dear class 9 students, welcome back. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 7, Diversity in Living Organism. Okay, so Science chapter 7, Diversity in Living Organisms. And you can refer your textbook as well, okay. So this diversity means what, students? Diversity means variety. Clear? Living organisms means we are living organisms. We can include plants. We have ant. Okay, ant is a living organism. We can also include the microorganism which we are not able to see with our naked eye, right? So we are going to see a variety. And see, everyone, they have different structure, they have different functions, right? So if there was no classification, okay, if there was no classification, there would be lots of confusion, right? So there is a classification, okay, of these living organisms. And altogether, we are going to study about this classification, okay, of into groups, and then from group into subgroups, and then this altogether will study in this diversity in living organisms. So the chapter itself says, right, variety. Diversity means variety in living organisms. Okay, so students, as you all know, cells, right? Cells from class 8 you have studied, right? Cells is the basic structural and functional unit of life, right? So now we will study like two types of cells, that is eukaryotic cells, clear? Eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cells. So human beings will fall under which cells? Eukaryotic or prokaryotic cells? We will fall under these eukaryotic cells. Okay. So eukaryotic cells means they have a well-defined nucleus. Well-defined nucleus. So this is present inside our cell. Clear? Now prokaryotic means they don't have a demarcated nucleus, or they don't have a well-defined nucleus. Clear? Students, now a membrane-bound organelle like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum are present. Okay, so membrane-bound organelle are present. So these membrane-bound organelle are present in eukaryotic cells, but in prokaryotic cells, this is absent. Okay, what is absent? The membrane-bound organelle is absent. Okay. So that is the basic 2 points. Let's keep it simple. 2 points. So this is the two basic difference. In eukaryotic cells, there is a well-defined nucleus. Okay. Now in prokaryotic cells, no well-defined nucleus. Now in eukaryotic cells, membrane-bound organelle, okay, are present, and in prokaryotic cells, membrane-bound organelle, they are absent. Okay, so that is the two basic difference. Now, what is the classification of living organisms? Okay, what is this one? Classification of living organisms. So in simple words, it is differentiating, okay, differentiating these living organisms into groups and subgroup based on the difference and the similarities. Clear? So that is classification of living organisms. Now there is this guy, okay, Whittaker. Remember this name, okay? Whittaker, he proposed. See, today we have everything available, okay? Back then, all the scientists, they have worked a lot, and then now we have everything ready-made and just ready to go. But Many scientists, they have worked a lot, they have spent a lot of time in this classification. Few has been successful, okay? Many, they gave like a good idea, but it was not successful, okay? So Whittaker proposed 5-kingdom classification. 5-kingdom classification. So out of all the living organisms, he classified, okay, he proposed like 5-kingdom classification. So those are kingdom Manera. Clear? Second one is kingdom Protista. Protista. Clear? The third one is kingdom fungi. Fourth is, I'll write here, okay? Fourth is kingdom plantae. Kingdom plantae. That means all the plants, okay? These are like the microscopic organisms. Now 5 is kingdom Animalia. Clear? And then from here we have again subgroups. So in basic term, this Whittaker proposed and classified the organisms, all the living organisms surviving in this earth, okay, into 5 kingdoms. That is Manera, Protista, fungi, plantae, Animalia. Okay. So I'll make a chart, okay. I'll make this classification in chart so that it will be easier for you. Clear? We'll start with living organism, okay. Living organism. So living organisms will have like 2 types. One would be prokaryote. Prokaryote. Clear? Then this one is eukaryote. Okay, so in general, living organisms first will divide into prokaryote and eukaryote. Now, prokaryote I've already explained, right? They don't have a well-defined nucleus. Membrane-bound organelles are absent. And then eukaryote, nucleus is present, membrane-bound organelles are absent, right? Present, okay? Here, membrane-bound organelles are present, okay? So you can also refer your textbook, okay? Now, under prokaryote, they are unicellular, okay? So when I say unicellular, students, unicellular means single cell organisms, okay? Single cell organisms. This is single cell organisms. Okay, so all the prokaryotes, they are single cell organisms, okay? So the first kingdom, kingdom Manera, will fall here, okay? Number 1, kingdom Manera will fall in this category. Clear? So kingdom Manera will fall under which category? Will fall under the prokaryote category, okay? And kingdom Manera is an unicellular organism, okay? Now under eukaryote, what we'll do? We will okay, now under eukaryotic cells, we have 2 types that will be unicellular. Okay, unicellular eukaryotic, okay, and multicellular. Clear? Unicellular and multicellular. So under unicellular, we'll have the second kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. Clear? Now, under multicellular, we will have 2 types, that is with cell wall. Okay, when I say with cell wall means they have cell wall present. Okay, now without cell wall, without cell wall. Clear? With cell wall, without cell wall. Under multicellular, we human beings, we fall under this multicellular, okay? We are not made up of just one cell. We are made up of multicellular, okay? So we fall under this category. But even under the multicellular also, again, we have two types. There is without cell wall and with cell wall. So in our cell, no, cell wall is absent, okay? So with cell wall means we have kingdom fungi and kingdom, the fourth one, plantae. Clear? Kingdom fungi and kingdom plantae will fall under this cell wall, okay, because they have cell wall present inside, okay. Now, kingdom fungi means they cannot prepare their own food, okay. So we'll say that photosynthesis is absent, okay, because they cannot prepare their own food. But plantae, plants, they prepare their own food, okay, with the process of photosynthesis by using the sunlight, right? So that is 4. Now, without cell wall, so we human beings, we fall under this one, okay, the animals. Now, Animalia, okay, kingdom Animalia. So students, this is all about the general classification, okay. Now, okay, first we have living organisms, then we have prokaryote and eukaryote, okay. So, first let's discuss about this prokaryote. Prokaryote means they are unicellular and we have this kingdom Manera present here, okay, kingdom Manera. Now in eukaryote, we have unicellular as well as multicellular. So when we say like multicellular, multicellular means living organisms made up of more than one cells, okay. So here we have two different types of multicellular organisms. One will be without the cell wall, and the other one is with cell wall, or we'll say cell wall is present. So we human beings, we fall under the without cell wall, okay. So that is clear. Now, when we say with cell wall, okay, we'll have two types of kingdom here, okay. We'll have two types of kingdom under the cell wall, okay, under the presence of cell wall. What are those two types of kingdom? Kingdom fungi and kingdom plantae. Are they similar? No, they are not similar, because kingdom fungi means they cannot prepare their own food, whereas kingdom plantae, they can prepare their own food. So photosynthesis present, photosynthesis is absent in kingdom fungi, okay. So you can note this one down, okay. So this, you can also refer your textbook as well, okay. You can also refer your textbook. Now, we will start from the first kingdom, that is kingdom Manera, okay, kingdom Manera. Okay, so students, this is the first kingdom, okay, kingdom Manera. So let's start with the example. Who are those? Like, what organisms fall under this kingdom, okay? I'm sure you have heard this example. Bacteria, right? Bacteria, cyanobacteria, right? Again, we have mycoplasma. So all these fall under this category, okay? Now, okay, discuss. First, to make it very easy, we can say that kingdom Manera, these are prokaryotic, okay? These are prokaryotic unicellular organism. Okay, the first point, they are prokaryotic unicellular organism. Okay, they are prokaryotic unicellular organisms. Now, the second is they don't have a distinguished nucleus, okay, or a well-defined nucleus. They don't have a distinguished nucleus. Okay, now they are out of the mode of nutrition is very important whenever we are studying about organisms. Okay, so Manera, this one, their mode of nutrition would be autotrophs. Okay, autotrophs, or they will be heterotrophs. So autotrophs means they don't depend on other. Heterotrophs means they depend on the others, right? So we human beings, our mode of nutrition is heterotrophs, right? Because we depend on the plants, we depend on the other animals. So we are heterotrophs. Okay. So now when we are discussing about this Manera, if you are asked what mode of nutrition does this Manera have, then it will be either autotrophs or heterotrophs. Okay. So you don't have to study in details. Okay, this one you'll study in details in class 11 and 12. So what you have to do is you have to write the characteristic. Okay, and then you have to remember the examples. Okay, which organisms fall under this kingdom? Clear? Okay, so that is about the kingdom Manera. Now let's quickly study about the second kingdom, that will be kingdom Protista. Okay, so my dear students, the second kingdom, that will be kingdom Protista, and they are the first one. The first characteristic what we'll write is they are eukaryotic, unicellular organisms. Okay, so kingdom Protista, the first characteristic would be eukaryotic unicellular organisms. Okay, now example would be amoeba, okay, paramecium, euglena, protozoa. So these examples are important, okay, because these are often asked in exam. So now under kingdom Protista, we have organisms such as amoeba, paramecium, euglena, protozoa. Okay. Now their mode of nutrition are autotrophs and heterotrophs. Clear? Now students, one thing you have to remember here is for their movement. Okay, these organisms, they can move. Okay. And they have these appendages, okay, appendages. Now, how they are able to move, I'll show you. Say amoeba. Amoeba, they have this one. Amoeba, its rough structure is this one, and they have this pseudopodia here, okay. Pseudopodia. Now, because of this pseudopodia, they are able to move, okay? They are able to move. Now, when we discuss about paramecium, okay? Paramecium, it is the okay, so this is just a rough structure, but they have this hair-like structure, okay? They have this paramecium, they have hair-like structure. Hair-like structure, which helps this organism to move, okay? For their movement, they utilize hair-like structure, that is cilia, C-I-L-I-A, cilia. Because of this cilia, because of the presence of this cilia, this organism, they are able to move. Okay. Now, euglena. See, in euglena, you will see this type of tail, okay, present. And this is known as flagella. And because of this flagella, they are able to move. Okay. So under the kingdom Protista, what we'll find is we'll find certain appendages in their structure, and this helps them for movement. Okay, this helps these organisms in their movement. So I've shown you certain examples, such as in amoeba, they have pseudopodia. In paramecium, they have this cilia. Okay, and in euglena, they have this flagella, which helps them in movement. So today we have discussed about two kingdoms, that is kingdom Protista and kingdom Manera. So in the next class, we'll continue with the other kingdom. Thank you, students.